It's been a good day. I just came in from a walk outside. The sunset was just gorgeous. I was in admiration. I was dancing around the neighborhood. One of the neighbors stopped me and she and her husband, they were like, "Ooh, we love that routine you was doing." Cuz that's me. That's me. I'm always in action, in movement, in jubilation most of the time, because that I love that. I love joy. I love play. I like being like a kid, because that's us at heart. What I came on to tell you about is tomorrow, Wednesday, September the 24th at 12 p.m. We are going live right here on this channel, the debut of the Healing is War podcast. I got to tell you, I had originally planned to do the debut on my new YouTube channel, Healing is War, but I don't have quite enough subscribers yet. So, side note, make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay in tune, tapped in with the podcast. For now, I will do the interviews here on this channel. What is the podcast about? You may be wondering. It is about the shadows, the dark side of starting a spiritual journey. Sometimes people don't tell you when you decide to heal yourself, when you decide to go within, when you decide to dump your old self. And I call it the old you versus the new you. That's why it's healing is war. When you make that decision, it's not pretty. I can tell you from my own life, I had to dump Christianity. I had to dump some family members. I had to separate from old things that I believed, old beliefs, and just so many things, because healing is war. When you decide to be who God called you to be, who Source called you to be in this lifetime, it's a war, because the powers that be don't want you to be your authentic self. We can see it. I can, from personal experience, I saw it because I'm intelligent, because I was smart. I was taught to go a certain path. You should go to college, get your master's, get your doctorates. Then I was like, something ain't seeming right about this. Why should I pay all of this money and devote all this time for them to teach me things in order to go into their system? It just didn't make sense to me. My spirit, my soul was calling me into a new direction. So after I got my bachelor's degree in mass communications, I went back to massage therapy school, and I learned that was my gateway drug. I say it in my book. If you haven't read my book yet, Healing is for Warriors, Not Wimps. Um, it's letting you know you all have a gateway drug. Something is that link, that entrance, that doorway into your healing journey, into the depths of your healing. For me, it was massage therapy. For you, it could be breath work, it could be yoga, it could be it could be Christianity. I don't know what it is for you. You have some type of gateway drug on your spiritual journey, that entryway, and you're like, I want to go further. I want to go deeper. I want to learn more about all of these things. You have to, because healing is war. In order to get through this lifetime, I know and I believe we all have to invest in our spiritual, in our soul work. Even though we live in a 3D world, it's not enough to just do 3D things. Go to work, wake up, drive your car, go to school, raise your kids, get married, have sex. That's not enough. The physical is not rewarding, it's not fulfilling. You have to build up, you have to enhance, expand as well your soul. That's one thing I discovered on this journey. Healing is war. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be right here on this channel, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going live. In the future, we will have guests, but tomorrow it'll be just me discussing the purpose of this podcast, what you can expect to get from it, because the target audience is young adults, age 18 to 30, men and women. A young adult who's on their spiritual journey and they have questions about things, because I can tell you I had questions. I still do. I never gave up asking questions. That's why teachers have to be the best students, because we're always asking questions. I can say for me, I'm never satisfied. I'm never that person like, oh, that was enough. Oh, I did it. Hi, Ashley. Oh, I conquered everything. No, you didn't. That's why I say healing is war. Like, we will have to fight at every level. And it's a fun fight too, because when I'm giving love and spreading love, I'm excited about the fight. I fight for love with all of the people in my life, with my boyfriend, with my mom, with my dad. I had to overcome some traumas with them. It's not an apple. This is a head wrap. If you're not familiar with head wraps, you need to get in tune. This is my Afrocentric, my indigenous American garb. This is a head wrap. But if you think it looks like an apple, I am an apple because I am one with nature. But yes, healing is for warriors, not wimps. When you decide, I want to go in, I'm not satisfied with the status quo, I'm not satisfied with the illusion I was sold by this world, you're not going to be okay with it. You're going to want to fight for something different. And that's what I mean by healing is war. Yes, indigenous American. If you don't understand, research it. But you're going to have to fight for those things. And just this comment here is one of the things I had to fight for. People will put labels on me because of what I look like. Oh, you're Black, you're Negro, you're African American. No, I'm not. I'm not from Africa. I'm from America. My forefathers, my grandparents, great grandparents, great great grandparents are indigenous to this land. They didn't come from Africa. And I know the research. So why would I state something different just because somebody else told me what to believe? A book told me what to believe. Some other religious leader, some other teacher told me what to believe, when I can see it in my family tree. I know my family tree on both sides of my family. Do you? You have to question that within yourself, because that may be your war. You versus you, as I say, your old self versus your new self, because your new self, your higher self, is calling you to be great, is calling you to act out your soul mission, not just be mediocre, not just be what everybody else tells you to be. You have to be your authentic self. And it's in your cells too. I saw this when I was doing massage therapy more actively. I could feel people's cells. I could feel their core. I could feel their essence. I could feel their energy when they were tight or tense in their shoulder, their back, their legs, their arms, whatever. It was a clue to what needed to be released, what emotions needed to be released, what needed to come into their greater understanding. Healing is war. It truly is. And anybody who tells you it isn't, they don't know what they're talking about, because they're going to try to sell you this. Oh, it's all love and light. You're going to be this happy person when you decide to forgive your mom, or decide. decide to forgive your dad or face your traumas or get over your ex. Y'all know I'm always talking about that because that's my biggest thing is assisting you with overcoming heartbreak. It family, what is that? Finally, someone who feels similar to the way I do. Yeah, your people are out there. That's the thing. You have to call them in, pray for it, ask God, ask Spirit, say, this is what I'm looking for. These are the people I'm looking for. These are the opportunities I'm looking for. This is the healing I'm looking for. This is the spiritual journey I'm looking for. Call it in. Call it into your existence. Call it into your sphere, and it will show up. I was saying this in class last week. The class I taught, Rituals for the Brokenhearted. I was telling the individuals in attendance, they called in this class because they were ready to open their heart, to not feel the pain, any of that. It showed up. The opportunity showed up for them because you call it in. You have to call in the things that you want. Do you want more money? Call it in. Do you want more love? Call it in. Do you want more spiritual awareness? Call it in. And you don't just have to call it in for yourself, you can call it in for all of humanity as well. You can proclaim what you want to see in the world. If you think there's too much hate, too much anger, too much racism, too much sexism, too much division, say, show me unity, show me more love, present me with more money, show me opportunities where I can work in my gifts and share more love with people. And believe me, it will show up. It's not distant, it's right there waiting for you. It reminds me of this song. There's a song called Right There Waiting for You. I don't know who sings that song. Maybe y'all, somebody in the chat can tell me who sings that song. It is music is healing as well. When a certain song comes to you, either from memory, from your heart, sing that song, look that song up, read the lyrics, see what the meaning is for you, dig deep. There's always a message. There's always a message in the music. If you hear a certain song that comes on at a particular moment in your life, you are meant to hear that song. It's for you. It's for whatever circumstance or situation you are dealing with in that moment in time. That song, that song is for you. I'm going to close out today. My name is Elmira, otherwise known as the Heartbreak Healer. Make sure you tune into the podcast on tomorrow. Subscribe to my channel where I share healing, especially after breakup, for heartbreak, all of that. The podcast will go live here on this channel tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That resonate with you? Stay tuned, subscribe, like, watch the other content on my channel. I will see you all later. Many blessings.